entertain, it's safe to say the kid get older. Forever gang, I'm never switching over. Made a lane and niggas can't get over. I can't mess with rappers, they be bogus. Rather get the pack and keep it open. Big dripper stand up in the ocean. Everybody trapping, we get lost. He ain't focused yet, but he ain't got motion. Made a half a ticket, not promotion. Shout out Switch and Sweet and keep me rolling. But if we get the op, we gotta smoke. Ride around with Drake, like we OVO. I got some rats and I want some. Still got them pass in the hood, call it give and go. Keep a nigga, man, bitch in the figure four. Let me fuck when I want, I just come and go. Man, these rap get too deep for these skinny clothes. I might put me in him in some picture boat. Make the bro hit this nigga and start getting low. I spent time on the roots on the Lambo and didn't even know how to make them motherfuckers go. On my birthday, I just wanna lift the dough. 30 feet, but don't play with me, period. Juices follow behind in years. In the road, I feel like a tourist. I'm the one from the bottom who sold out my partner. The police is driving the period. Oh, he in up. I fuck with shots and I'm gonna bust. You can't put on it.
Whoop. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
Y'all could probably hear me now, right? Yeah, probably. My bad, y'all. I was on mute. I probably gonna have to crop that one out, to be honest. Crop that one out. Since y'all couldn't hear me, I'm gonna just start over again. Good contact balance by Jaylen Wright. Up the field. Give Jaylen Wright like 1 or 2 more years, man. I feel like he's gonna be a good player, but I don't want the coaches thinking like just because our offensive scheme doesn't require a good O line that we shouldn't go get one. I feel like the O line would put emphasis in regards to how good Jaylen Wright is, on how good Devon A-Chain is. That's just gonna put like the icing on the cake at that point, and that's what we're trying to get, man. We low-key found a diamond in the rough. We traded up for Jaylen Wright, so we seen the importance of him in our running game. We needed a power guy. We went and got a fast guy, but he got power as well. He runs with that passion that Isaiah Pacheco runs with. He runs with that type of passion. To the outside. The O-line, they did their thing as well. I'm not even gonna lie, but this is the Patriots, man. The Patriots. Christian Barmore, I think he's going through some issues right now with like a heart problem. Ain't it? I see 92 out there. I think that's his number, though. I do think that's his number. But Jaylen Wright, he has good vision. He has the weight that you want. It seems like he's getting better in regards to laterally, going side to side. He's like a one-cut running back. One-cut running back. Once he finds that cut and finds that open lane, most of the time he's going to get positive yards on that one. You just got to ride the wave. He's riding the wave right now. He's riding the wave. And shout out to Teron Armstead. He's the second highest rated tackle in the whole league right now. Second highest rated in the whole league. So come on, man. You can't make this up. Can't make this up, man. So he's opening up holes for Jalen Wright, but Jalen Wright, he's doing this thing in regards to reading this. Like, look, everybody doing their job on this. Everybody doing their job. But Jalen Wright, he low-key went the wrong way. Low-key did. But look at Rob Jones. Look at Rob Jones getting a pancake on this. Like, look at this. Surprisingly enough, man, the Patriots, they gave up. Patriots gave up. We didn't do this last year. We're gonna see if like Drake May can make a change in regards to what the Patriots could look like. That could be the case. See, Jalen Wright, he's strong. He's a strong running back. Let's go to the Seahawks play. Right here we got Jalen Wright. Little pitch off to the outside. Good run, first down. Good block right there. Who was that? Teron Armstead? Yeah, I think that was. But Derek Hall, he's a pretty fast DN. I think he runs in like the 4.5s, something in that range. So him outrunning this DN right here on outside containment, that goes to show you that Jalen Wright, he got that speed for real. He really do got that speed. First down. Good block by Ali Ingold on this one. Good chop block by Teron Armstead, bro. Our two best blockers. Look what them boys doing, man. Look what them boys doing, man. The run game give this team life, to be honest. It's like Mike McDaniel, he make this stuff too difficult in the passing game. The running game, that's his specialty. That's what he was coaching over there with the 49ers. So based off this film right here against the Seahawks, the game that we lost, it looked like we had some life with the running game, but we stayed away from it. We stayed away from it. Like, look how good our O-line is doing against the Seahawks. They're okay team. They went 3-0. Now they're 3-3, I think. After that 49ers loss, I think so. But yeah, man, we should have been started running with Jalen Wright. First game of the season. First game. I think he only got like 2 carries the first game, but now his carries gonna start going up more and more and more. Our offense, we were on life support. But Jalen Wright, he like our IV. He's gonna help us revive ourselves so we could go out there in the real world and not be scared of nobody. He gonna punch somebody in the mouth for us. He gonna do it. He run like he got some aggression. He run like he should have been drafted higher than he was. He really do run like that. Yeah, I remember what he said, right? He's mad that he ain't going like the first or second round. I think that's what he said. Look how he playing. He playing like he is mad about that. So some players, they don't show that, but Jalen Wright, he showed that based off his film. He's showing that. But overall, good job by the O-line on these plays right here. These are pretty good plays. I'm not gonna lie, pretty good plays. All right. That's gonna be later for y'all. We gonna react to the post game press conference in regards to the Dolphins versus Patriots. Get little insights in regards to what we can do better for our next games so we are able to win those games, because Patriots, that's like a stepping stone in regards to what we could be as a team. Hopefully Tyler Huntley could actually get acclimated to the passing game, but let's keep on relying on the running game until Tyler Huntley can show us that he can pass, or if Tua comes back, let's see if he could even perform well. I'm still worried about that. So, I'm not trying to boost y'all heads up in regards to this team, but I feel like there's some spark there that nobody really noticing. They just think this year is over. But I don't think this year is over yet based off the last 2 weeks, based off what happened to the Bills, the Jets, a lot of good news in the AFC East. A lot of good news.
You see the score there. A really strange game, but ultimately the Miami Dolphins win it 15-10 at Gillette Stadium. And I say Gillette Stadium and a loss that's starting to become the drumbeat, the familiar drumbeat. You realize the Patriots have lost 9 of their last 10 games at Gillette Stadium. They're now 1-4 on the season for the second year in a row.
Crazy.
Here with Tommy Curran, has been covering the Patriots since 1997, 3-time Super Bowl champion Ted Johnson. I'm Michael Holley. This was a whole gumbo of stuff, a lot of it good, most of it bad from a Patriots perspective. Tommy, as you spoon through this stuff, what do you pull out as a standout?
Well, I think everybody who's watching us right now just clicked over and is processing right now the decision by Jacoby Brissett at the gun to throw down the middle of the field. And that's one of the reasons you have Jacoby Brissett playing quarterback. He's not supposed to make those kinds of decisions. You have to know score and situation. And he has a veteran receiver in Hunter Henry, and he throws to him. And yes, it was mentioned on the telecast that he was baited into that throw. And there's really very little to do. You're just trying to hold on to any piece of driftwood out there in the ocean as it's bobbing along. But there was no way to win the game once that ball left Jacoby Brissett's hands. It was over. So you do, to a degree, applaud the effort of a team that was down so many players. You applaud the effort of a Jacoby Brissett, but you also lacerate them for the number of penalties, the number of dumb mistakes, the number of physical mistakes from some of their better players, whether it's Keon White with penalties, whether it's, a Demario Douglas.
Hunter Henry
had a drop down the middle. Hunter Henry, Jaylen Polk had a number of drops. And all of this is mitigated somewhat by the plays at the end that nearly extracted a win. But I think as I look at this game, Ted, in order for this team this game is a little bit more maddening than Seattle, for instance, to me, where they played really clean except for 2 mistakes. This was littered with mistakes, and it was very winnable. So this is one of those games where I look at it, I'm like, don't get used to losing. Don't be a loser team that beats itself with stupid 15-yard penalties that end up in field goal drives, or stupid plays along the sideline, or, flipping out after a play goes against you and then not being ready for the next play.
For the next play. Yeah.
I just think this is a brutal loss. Look, you can sit there and I thought that was a touchdown.
Hey, somebody was going to win. Somebody had to win in film. I'm sorry.
We'll get into it.
We'll get to that.
I don't want to make excuses for the Patriots because they played terrible. But this is, to me, if you're going to lose, you can't lose like this. You can't lose looking like this. The Patriots defense, it was paper-mache defense versus, they couldn't stop the pass last week. This week, they couldn't stop the run. They got dominated in time and possession. Miami had, almost 10 more first downs than the Patriots had. And the thing is, I think the Patriots won the turnover battle 2-1 and still lost this game. That shows you how bad the operation was for the New England Patriots. So I'm just kind of discouraged by the effort and the execution from this team today. When you consider how bad Miami is, it's like, wow. That kind of puts it in perspective.
Yeah, you have to say all that, fam. Come on, man. You have to say all that.
Of how the Patriots are.
Ted, and I think that's the point that really will drive Patriots fans crazy. Like if you ever hear kids when they get in trouble and you say, hey, you did that, and they say, well, they did it too. And it was one of those, they did it too today in Miami. They also had stupid penalties. They also did things that you say, well, what are you doing? Including really down the stretch, Mike McDaniel, what the hell are you doing? Why are you going for 2? It's 15-10. Why are you going for 2? I just don't understand that.
Yeah, Mike McDaniel, he be tripping sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He just be doing whatever he want to do. Mike McDaniel, that's what he does.
But the end of the game, Jaylen Polk, who did not have a great game, had a lot of drops, appears to catch a winning touchdown back of the end zone. First foot down, not a question. Second foot, we get a little toe. We get a little tippy toes in, and then the back foot goes out of bounds. Tommy Curran, here it is.
Yeah, they low-key should have won the game, bro. If he had got 2 feet in, bro, we would have lost to the Patriots, bro. So it was a close one. But I'm happy that we established the running game this game, bro. If we didn't, I think we would have lost this game. So we got on the right track with this one. Track.
Tommy Curran, when you first saw it, your thought was
he didn't get in. And then on the replay, you see the toe get down. And I think all of our understanding is because we so often see these plays on the sideline, when you see a toe tap, you think it's all set. But Dean Blandino's explanation, and I trust the former director of officiating when he says you can get your toe down and everything has to go out afterwards. If you put the toe and the heel on that part of the field, you're going to be out of bounds. So that's the rule. I mean, we can talk about why he didn't get the whole foot down. Should he have just hot-footed it out and not put his heel down? But to me, if the rule is the rule, there's not a lot of debate. If the rule is your whole foot has to get in when you're at the back line, then there's no conversation.
Yeah, I don't know, but Dean Blandino said that the whole foot doesn't have to get down if it's drug or if it's tapped. And that to me looks like a toe
looks like
tap.
a tap. Looks like a
So,
tap.
No, a tap would be if that part of your foot hit and nothing else. His whole foot hits the ground.
So tap and you're not able to get your back
the
foot
Julio
down.
Jones catch on the sideline in the Super Bowl, okay, where he has two toes in bounds.
Yeah.
He never had an opportunity to get his heels down, so he falls out of bounds. There was no other portion of his foot that hit. There is another portion of this guy's foot that hit.
So if Jaylen Polk, and this is the thing, I look at Jake Polk, it's a little bit frustrating, is he's a rookie, okay? I mean, he gets pushed out of bounds, he gets out physical.
On that play that they talking about, Jaylen Polk, he was wide open. Wide open, man. So we gotta avoid being in those situations, man. In regards to like you losing your assignment and somebody scoring with nobody around them. I don't like that right there. I don't like that. It made me feel like the defense not even trying whenever that happens.
You know, you see rookie wide receivers maybe not know that they need both feet in bounds because the college game is just one
he's
foot.
trying to get it down. It's like
The only thing I think he could have done differently is just made sure he didn't drop his heel to the ground. Like if he just left that right foot, the toe tap, but don't put your heel down. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. This just looks like a touchdown to me. I feel like that second foot it's a tap. The
but what if the rule is that your whole foot has to be it? Does it still look like a touchdown, dude?
Unless it's a tap or drug. And to me, that looks like a tap foot. Boom.
But if it tapped and then popped up and no other part of his foot hit, then it would be a touchdown.
See, I think, but I hear what you're saying, Tom. But this is where we need a little wordsmithing. Okay, we need more communication.
All I'm going on, I don't know the rule. I'm going off of what the official who is saying it on camera says. So when he says this is the rule, and you see it, you go, oh well, that explains it.
And I'm sure you're a longtime football writer. You know that there's a pool report that's coming out.
Let me try to see if I can find that catch. Jaylen Polk touchdown catch. Let me see. I don't even think I could play this. They gotta have a picture of this. They gotta have a picture. I don't see no picture. I gotta put the Dolphins. Jaylen Polk touchdown catch Dolphins. Yeah, I'm trying to find the video for y'all so you can know what they're talking about. You see, low-key looked like a touchdown, but it wasn't. It wasn't. Let me see.
Throwing.
So he got one foot down, but the other one landed out of bounds. Like the heel hit the white part before the toe. So that's why I got caught incomplete.
1 foot, 2 feet, touchdown, Jaylen Polk.
You see, 1 minute left. You know, we low-key could have lost this game, bro. Jacoby Brissett, he could have still been the starter for the Patriots. Chilling, no worries. Nothing at all, man.
But need the touchdown to win. Gibson as a receiver, top of your screen. Brissett looking, throwing, end zone. 1 foot, 2 feet.
Yeah, we can't let that happen no more. Cannot let that happen no more.
And so we'll get further explanation from the officials. It's probably happening right now. As soon as we get it, we'll get that information to you. But I'm saying if the rule is that, okay, that is a very muddled rule. And I'm not just saying that because, hey, Jaylen Polk should have
It
had
seems like
touchdown.
these guys love the Patriots, man. I ain't gonna lie. They're not gonna talk about no Dolphin players. No Dolphin players.
The way the day went, this is appropriate. This is an appropriate ending to the game. What could go wrong, what can go wrong, will go wrong. It was that kind of day for the Patriots, wasn't it, Tom?
Well, for the entire game. I mean, there was so much chaos going on in this game, whether it be the rolling snap that the Dolphins had on a field goal attempt, whether it be the snap past Huntley the second week in a row. They were able to execute that. Good work, Miami. The blocked with one hand, Brendan Schooler, punt block, just doinking off the goalpost. It is interesting when you look at this. You did say earlier, too, but what about Miami? Miami was supposed to be a playoff team this year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's chaos. And that, to me, is weird. I think that Miami, at the end of the game, the way they played, they said, we're going to beat these guys. We can score, and they can't. And they went and did it. So when I look at the totality of this game, it's so weird, so hard to discern exactly what you're looking at. On one hand, you like the fight. On the other hand, it's so poorly and lacks so much discipline at key junctures that this is a good checkpoint.
But at least with our with our penalties, I'd say it's more so because of like the play calling that we have. That's why the penalties come about. Illegal shifts, false starts. With the timing and all that. So that's with us. The Patriots, I don't know what the boys got going on, man. I do not know what.
Ted, on the coaching. When a Keon White has an unforced error on a horse collar tackle, and then he whacks the quarterback in the head.
Loses contain.
Right. So I look at it sometimes and I say, well, no one's telling him to do that. Why is it coaching on those, and why is it not? How did you reflect on that when you were a player?
Gerard Mayo, he might be too cool with the players.
Look, we had better players, so we could afford to make examples out of certain players, right? You know what I mean? When your best players are messing up, and your team's losing like it is. This is a tough place for the head coach, to be right now. And I'll say I'm going to have to question the coaching a little bit, particularly in that second half. The Patriots had 34 pass attempts in this game to only 19 rushes. They averaged almost double a rush per yard versus what their passing yards were per pass. I mean, so to throw it as many times as they did, is there a little bit of arrogance in that decision? If they just ran the ball more than 19,
they probably thought we was that bad to the point where they could pass it on us. That's probably what happened.
18 times. I mean, heck, the Dolphins ran it for 42 attempts. I think you win this game. And so to me, there's no excuse to lose this game, especially when you win the turnover battle +2.
Look at the penalties. There was 12 and 104 at one point at the end. Again, it's when you have 12 men on the field for a punt, it starts with the coach on that.
Yep.
And then when you have, a false start on Hunter Henry, it's kind of on Hunter Henry. He's been in the league for 8 years. He knows what the snap count is. It's hard for me to differentiate. So go back to that question. When there's a litany of penalties, is it the player?
Coach.
Is it the coach? Does it depend?
It's always going to reflect on the coaching. It
reflects on the coaching.
If you want any chance of winning the AFC East, no penalties. No penalties. We got to play clean football. That's just going to give us an advantage to the point where, we lose proof just because we're not getting penalties. Let the other team get their penalties, and that's going to help our case in regards to winning this game. But it's kind of hard not to do that with the team that we got. Kind of hard, but we're going to see.
But who's saying, hey, make sure you jump offside here?
Yeah, no, that's the player. But then you say, well, look at the players. Okay, so I mean, who are the penalties on? They're on guys that have been here for 2 weeks, for a cup of coffee, and so you kind of. I think from a big picture looking at it, you kind of give the player, maybe a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. And I'm just telling you, when you have that many penalties, it reflects poorly
it definitely does.
Just the control that the coaches have on your team.
I think it has to. I think it has to reflect on the coaching.
I think it reflects. I'm just saying, Who really should the player say, I wish you didn't tell me to do that?
But you know what? I think most of the time when you look at teams that are low penalty teams, they are generally well-coached teams. Whether they tell the players to do it or not, the players figure out, hey, if I want to hang around here, I got to meet a certain standard. And, high penalty teams are generally those are loose operations. They're not tightened up. They're not buttoned up as much as they should be. But I'm going to ask you guys this. Ted said, Tom, that it's a brutal loss. It's a brutal loss. They lose 15-10. They're now 1-4. They haven't won at home since October 20.
In the Patriots, they're probably gonna have a top 10 pick. Hopefully they don't get Travis Hunter. They got over $100 million in cap space. It's gonna be a tough time. I think the Jets and the Patriots have over $100 million currently. And the Dolphins, we have $4 million cap, I think.
22nd of 2023, that was a comeback against Buffalo. Is it brutal because you think they should have won it? Is it brutal because they're maddening and they can't get out of their own way? Like, what makes it brutal?
It's brutal because of how sloppy it was and how winnable it was. You could have beaten Seattle if you just didn't have 2 mistakes. This was soup to nuts sloppy, soup to nuts undisciplined. And you had guys who, despite the injuries, were making plays like Schooler did, like Gonzalez did with the pick, like Ramondre Stevenson did at the beginning of the game. So you had guys who were overachieving despite the absences. This could have been a really nice.
And they talking about everything but their O-line. They talking like their O-line is good, so that could have been the situation in regards to the whole offense not working for the Patriots. Could have been. I think the only person that scored was Ramondre. I think so. But shout out to Jaylen Wright. I feel like even though we had a lot of penalties, he's the reason as to why it didn't really affect us too much. Even if he got a big run, the next play he was still able to get some additional yardage. You get what I'm trying to say? So it never set him back. He always moved past it and moved forward, got those yards. So let me check out Jaylen Wright's PFF score real quick. He at 73.1 on the year. Did he score? No, he ain't score. Come on, man. Coach, you gotta let that boy score. Gotta let that boy score, man. A 4.8 average. That's not bad. I wish he was in the 5s. I'd be cool with the 5s, but like I'm saying, imagine if he had a solid O-line in front of him. A solid O-line in front of him. That'd probably be great in regards to him getting in the 77s, the 80s. So, hey, Chris Greer, we at odds right now based off how this team currently looks, based off all the money that we spent. But, I'm not even going to lie. Jaylen Wright, he's looking good in regards to being a draft pick. Patrick Paul, we seen him go in for a little bit, and then we put him right back out. He's not ready. He's not ready. Who else? Who we got in the first round? Chop Robertson. He's been getting the pressure. Just like he's doing the same thing that he did at Penn State. He getting the pressure, but he not getting the sack. Pretty much the same thing, man. So hopefully he is able to get the sacks a little bit later on in the season. That's what we praying on. But we gotta watch it week by week in regards to Chop Robertson. Gotta watch that. But Jaylen Wright, he's been the bright spot in regards to the whole draft class that we just had. The bright spot. All right. I know a lot of people are at odds with the team right now. I know some people want Mike McDaniel gone. We were just praising him in regards to what he was doing for Tua, making him a better player. Now we so ready to get rid of him. So I don't know how people are feeling right now in regards to Mike McDaniel. I know some people who are still cool with Mike McDaniel. They still want him as the head coach. I know some people that want him gone. Man. But I don't know, man. I'm in between on the fences. Some of the play calls that he had recently, it kind of bothers me in regards to what he be calling. But at the same time, I know he's a good offensive coach. You know, he could be analytical. You know, but at the same time, I feel like if he goes to another team, he's gonna show his talents. You know, he's gonna show his talents. So I don't think Mike McDaniel is a bad coach. There's just some things he got to clean up. You know, not everybody's perfect. Not everybody perfect. But in this situation with Mike McDaniel, we need you to be perfect. You know, we spent a lot of money on this team. You know, I understand you said you don't need an O line, but look where it's taking you. You know, don't put an O line in front of Tua again next year. You're probably gonna lose your job. That's how important the O line is. You know, but it seems like the coaches don't care about that. They don't. They don't. But I got Bertrand, Betrod, Dan Betrod on this video. He gonna talk about how he feels about Mike McDaniel and how everybody else feels. The narrative in regards to Mike McDaniel. That's what he's gonna talk about. Put the volume down real quick. I see y'all in the comments. I'm about to come.
Just happened to the Dolphins, which is the tide has totally turned on Mike McDaniel in 2 games because of how bad they look, because of how good he made them look before that. It's totally changed.
Right.
Like the way the noise has gotten now, because what Tony was saying is so that I'm still breathless. That offense, what we saw from Tua, who we thought might be average, was that he led the league in passing. And rare is the time where you see something happen like that, from average to leads the league in passing. I don't understand how that happened. It must be the coach. It must be the coach who has fixed everything there. And then as soon as Tua leaves, the coach loses all of his genius because he cannot do it with anybody.
It makes no sense.
With Skylar Thompson, who we all agree isn't good enough to be a QB1.
But we would have all agreed when Brock Purdy was drafted, he's not good enough to be QB1 either.
Unless Brock Purdy was good, and we just didn't know it, right?
Sure, he's good, but again, it's the scheme, it's the players, it's the offensive line, it's the playing complementary football with the defense who's best in the league. Like,
they got it all set up for Brock Purdy over there with the 49ers. Us, we don't have it all set up. We got the receivers. We don't got the tight ends that they got. We don't. They got the running backs. You know, the O-line. Their O-line is kind of similar to us. Like I said, Trent Williams, top-rated tackle in the whole league. Teron Armstead, the second-rated tackle in the whole league. And other than that, the rest of the O-line is pretty much mediocre or average O-linemen. So our O-line is built like the 49ers O-line, but I don't know why our O-line don't play up to their standard over there. I'm not too sure as to why. So
very easy to kind of step in and just play point guard when you have everything. It's like playing quarterback at Alabama. Yeah, I've got a guy who's 17 years old who's going to lead the NCAA in receiving. It's like, oh, okay, cool.
Here's another discussion to have, because we had this, Chris, before the season started. Why not sign Ryan Tannehill, right? True. And everyone was like, well, Ryan Tannehill wants to start. We're like, well, clearly on day one, he's not going to start anywhere. 32 teams have their quarterbacks.
Exactly.
But if I were Ryan Tannehill, the team I would pick is the one with the quarterback who has a history of getting knocked out. And this place was the perfect place. And to me, if Ryan Tannehill were here right now to have stepped in and went to camp and did all the reps and everything, and now he steps in, are we having this conversation? Maybe because there have been other injuries. Maybe because, again, we had some losses in the offensive line over the offseason.
He'd be more likely to look at least like Mason Rudolph.
Yes.
Not great, but the competent.
Right. That's sort of my point, is that like they should still be able to beat the Titans at home on Monday night against the Titans backup quarterback too.
Exactly.
But at the same time,
No excuses.
It's hard to sign a quarterback that's been around for like a week and put him in and start him. So it's bad planning, which is why I don't think it's all on McDaniel, because they didn't have a great backup plan if there was an injury to Tua. And that sort of shows when you lose with your third string quarterback to a second string quarterback on Monday night.
Which, again, Jessica, hammers home the point. Like, you knew who your QB1 was. You didn't get Iron Man there. They knew who that guy was. And to say, we'll be fine, it's kind of ridiculous.
I don't know if Dan said.
Yeah, like, we had Tua, you know, and Tua with his history. We should have got a legitimate backup quarterback. We settled with Skylar Thompson and Mike White again. again, man. So sometimes I be worried in regards to what the Dolphins, like what they're doing in the front office. Like it seems like they're scared to put somebody in there that could push Tua. Ain't no problem with that. Just do it. Just do it.
Somebody else had said it, but Mike McDaniel didn't look like he changed any of the offense when Snoop Huntley, Dominique said it. Okay, so he didn't change the offense whatsoever. And you have a guy coming in off the street who's a good quarterback, right? Played well after Lamar Jackson got hurt, made a Pro Bowl, asterisk, whatever, not the point. The point is he's a competent quarterback and a good quarterback who can play in the NFL, and he looked incompetent.
Mhm.
Looking at the other side of the ball, the Titans have a sneaky, really good defense. Right, so it's kind of a push and pull of McDaniel should have changed the offensive scheme, but he was playing a good defense.
Well, I would say
Nah, he
this.
should have changed it. He should have changed it. We should have ran something like he does with RG3 back in the day. That's what I was thinking. But they might be working on that right now as we speak in regards to practice. They're not practicing right now, but I think they practice on what, Tuesday, Monday.
Though I will say it, the thing that McDaniel is being compared against is Malik Willis played for Green Bay, and LaFleur did change all the things that needed to be changed so that Malik Willis, who none of us have seen play well before, didn't look like Skylar Thompson, didn't look like Huntley when we were watching the game. And as all these new whiz kids come rushing through here, as you find all of these Shanahans and the Shanahan disciples who are doing things, admittedly, that most of us, I'm going to say more than 99.5% of us who are watching on Sundays don't actually understand what these human beings know that we don't know when they're offensive geniuses.
Mm-hmm.
The other guys that McDaniel is compared to don't look like that, while I'm watching Sam Darnold all of a sudden look like somebody that I don't recognize.
Exactly, bro. Mike McDaniel, he's not doing that with Skyler. He's not doing that with Mike White. The other team's doing it. His homeboy's doing it. We see Sean McVay. That boy, he got what's his name? Stetson Bennett. He don't look too bad. Who's the other quarterback? Malik Willis, Green Bay Packers. He don't look too bad. Who else is in that tree? I forgot, man. But y'all get what I'm trying to say. They're able to develop the backup quarterback into being a decent player, but with us, it seems like we got that issue. We could have signed Sam Darnold. We could have drafted Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy came out the same year as Skylar Thompson. That could have been the situation, but hey, it is what it is, man. Maybe it is the coach. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. There's a lot of stuff that you could blame on coach. There's a lot of stuff that you could blame on the players. So that's like the hard thing about in regards to choosing, is most of the blame on coach or is most of the blame on the players? We spent so much money on the players to the point where you don't want to think it's the players, and you want to think it's the coach, but you don't want to think it's the coach because you know what the coach can do, so you want to blame the players. So it's a hard situation, man. Hard.
And so that's what he's being compared against. It's just rare to see it all evaporate in 2 games. It's super weird to see this cascade down on the head of Mike McDaniel, because it's not merely that you're losing. That's one thing. It's that you're watching the coach on the sideline, comparing it to what you're seeing on the field, and you're saying, that's not competent. What's happening out there when they go down 15-6, that game is over. There will be no coming back here from a team that 2 weeks ago, if you told me they were down 21 points, I'd be like, that's all right. They can figure that out. They've been good at coming back. They know how to do that. To go from that, if you're down 14 points, I trust you, to I don't believe that you can come down from 15-6 because your coach has nothing.
Crazy.
It's pretty rare to see that happen. That quote unquote genius evaporate in 2 weeks.
Can we give it one more week? Like Tyler Huntley was just signed. Skylar Thompson's clearly a terrible quarterback. Huntley just fit into 1 week of game planning. If he goes a second week as a skilled guy with no adjustments to the offense and those types of struggles, then I'm willing to jump off. But can we just give it 1 more week before we totally abandon him?
I guess.
I don't know. Skylar, he showed me enough, bro. I'm tired. I'm tired of Skylar. I can't do it with Skylar.
My big issue with everything that is being said is it seems like the standard for whether you're a good coach or not is, can you win with an ass quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
That's what, like, it's like, hey, it's all good to win when you got talent.
I mean, that's Belichick's entire
Mike Tomlin has done it for the last
He's
5
making your
years.
job easier. When you're able to win with your backups, that's when we could see if you're really a good coach or not. That's when.
That's his specialty.
Belshazzar, Babylonian king, according to Wikipedia.
Wow.
Oh, wow, they're funny. They're funny. Look what they did to y'all coach. Look what they did, man. Oh, man. And I've been hearing some rumors about Tyreek Hill. He wants to go to the Chiefs. I know he's trolling. But I don't know. We got to look more into this, man. You got to look more into this. But before I get into the video, shout out to my boy Chef Drew. What's good, OGDG, and everyone? How y'all doing tonight? Check your post. Fins up. You know, I ain't been on live for a little minute. I've been on Twitch. Y'all go follow me on Twitch. I'll be live every other day or every day on Twitch, but I don't post the videos from Twitch onto my YouTube. You know, whenever I get the chance, I'll post 1 or 2 videos from my Twitch, put it on my YouTube, but for the most part, I'm on Twitch, so y'all check me out on that. Subscribe, like, share, donate. Please help the channel grow. Please, I'm telling you, man. If y'all help this channel grow, then that means I can spend more time with y'all, going live, talking about the Dolphins. You know, that's my main goal right there. My main and only goal. Shout out to my boy Cap. Appreciate you for pulling up, my boy. Long time no see, no talk. Mostert, A-Chain, Wright are 3-headed monster running backs, running the ball. Coach McD, please come on, man. We're gonna see if he does that. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what's good. OG Cap for life. Hey, I'm not even gonna lie. Chef Jew, if you still here, Ashton Genty. You know, Desmond Reed, the guy who I just found out about from Pittsburgh. Those are some good running backs that I wouldn't mind the Dolphins picking up. Okay, he's snapping. Okay, he's snapping. He's not lying. Come on, man. We're not trading Tyreek, man. So Tyreek, he definitely trolling when he did what he did with the Chiefs and Snapchat and all that. He definitely trolling. If he come back, he gonna get hurt one more time, and then boom, it's over after that. It's over after that. Worried, you know, just in case if he like scrambles out again, like ain't no way we gonna play the game to the point where Tua will be untouchable. Ain't no way we're gonna get to that point. If he gets to that point, we might as well play 7-on-7. Tua will get hit again. With this O-line, he will get hit. So I don't know if Tua gonna last. I don't know. Everybody agreed.
All are scared. We're all scared for him. We're scared.
I agree. I get your vantage point. I get your perspective.
You know, so it all depends, bro. If Tua come back and he stays healthy and he shows us that he's able to beat good teams, we're gonna be all right. But if he doesn't show us that, then I don't know. So at this point, we kind of got to rely on Tyler Huntley learning this offense week by week. You know, he got to use his legs more often to make the defense more honest in regards to the running game, so the passing game could be a little bit more easier for him. You know, we got Jaylen Wright back there, so they might try to stack the box. We got Devon A-Chain. He probably going to be back the week after. You know, they probably got to stack the box for him as well. Raheem Mostert, you know, he could run the ball for us. Stack the box. So I do see a light at the end of the tunnel, but it all just depends on the quarterback situation. All just depends on that. But I do still think that the Dolphins do have a chance in the AFC East, you know, to win it, maybe. You know, just as long as we don't get swept by the Buffalo Bills, you know, the Jets or the Patriots, we should be okay. We should be okay. Let me see what I got next for y'all. Right here, I got Stephen Ross. It seems like he's gonna sell a portion of the team. So that's interesting right there. After we lost all them games, right? He said, F it. Here, y'all can have a little piece.
This is the first we've seen, I guess. We heard about private equity and the NFL. Now Miami Dolphins owner Stephen Ross is in advanced talks with a PE firm, Ares Management, and billionaire Joe Tsai to sell a stake in the NFL team and some other assets. And it would value the Dolphins at $8.1 billion. This is according to a Bloomberg report that said that Ares would purchase a 10% stake also in Hard Rock Stadium. And the F1 Miami Grand Prix. Joe Tsai, owner of the Brooklyn Nets and the New York Liberty WNBA team, would buy 3% through his family office. Such a transaction now possible because the NFL changed its rules earlier this year to allow private equity firms to buy stakes in franchises. Ross had been in talks with Citadel's Ken Griffin to buy a stake in the Dolphins and other assets earlier this year. But the report says those talks fell through. So you see, the wild card, there's only one series left. All the other teams, it was best of 3 series, and they all won 2 games in a row. Like,
you're just mad that you lost money.
I did lose money on the Dolphins, but the Titans, I
wonder what this means, man. Will he start selling like steak slowly until it's all over? Maybe, maybe not. I feel like Stephen Ross, he's just gonna pass it down his family tree or something like that. That's what I feel like. That's what he's gonna do. But I don't know. Sometimes a new start is probably what you need. A new start. We had Ross for a little minute, definitely a little minute, man. And maybe change is what's best. But we gotta see what happens at the end of this year. We gotta have a good year. If we have a bad year, then somebody getting fired. Somebody, but you can't fire the owner. You can't. So we're gonna see who we let go. We're gonna see.
It's been so many upsets this year. I don't know who was really favored on Monday, but the Titans.
And by the way, we should point out $10.
One and 3. No, I'm not a big better. But the Mets are the only team that needs to. Now it's not a game 7, but it's a game 3 in a best out of 3 series. So that's at 7 o'clock tonight.
Like game 7.
Yeah, it's like a game 7. It's like especially for Mets fans. I kind of like the Mets. So I don't want to say that though. I don't like the Mets. I'll take it back.
Fans don't want you to say.
No, they don't want me to say that. I don't.
What are you talking about? You should be talking about the Dolphins, man.
Rock band Pink Floyd have agreed to sell the rights to their recorded.
Yeah, I don't know what them boys talking about, man. We only talked about it for a little bit.
This is the first we've seen, I guess. We heard about private equity and the NFL. Now Miami Dolphins owner Stephen Ross is in advanced talks with a PE firm, Ares Management, and billionaire Joe Tsai to sell a stake in the NFL team and some other assets. And it would value the Dolphins at $8.1 billion. This is according to a Bloomberg report that said that Ares would purchase a 10% stake also in Hard Rock Stadium. And the F1 Miami Grand Prix. Joe Tsai, owner of the Brooklyn Nets and the New York Liberty WNBA team, would buy 3% through his family office. Such a transaction now possible because the NFL changed its rules earlier this year to allow private equity firms to buy stakes in franchises. Ross had been in talks with Citadel's Ken Griffin to buy a stake in the Dolphins and other assets earlier this year. But the report says those talks fell through. So you see.
Okay. So a lot of people are inquiring about the Dolphins, man. A lot of people are inquiring about them. No cap. All right. Next. Drake May, he got named the starter for the Patriots. Is Drake May somebody that we got to worry about? Is he? He was making throws like this against the Eagles. A good defense. Making throws like this, man. So I would hold my breath in regards to the Patriots. We could easily win the AFC East, but the Patriots, they're not going to make it easy. They're not going to make it easy. They the worst team in our division, but the worst team in our division, they a feisty team. It's going to be hard to sneak a win out against them boys. They beat the Jets earlier this season. No, they didn't beat the Jets. The Jets beat them. pretty well, but I don't know if they could like sweep the Jets. I don't think so. But we got to see what Drake May does. We got to see how he performs with the Patriots to the point where maybe when they do go up against the Jets again, they are able to come out with the win, so it's not a sweep. Maybe. But yeah, I am a little scared of Drake May. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm a little scared of Drake May. You know, after Josh Allen, I think he has the second most upside in regards to a quarterback in our division. Second most upside. Here we got Drake May against the Commanders. Good pocket. Look at him run. You know, he's not slow either. You gotta learn how to slide. Gotta learn how to slide. Good throw. That was low-key a sidearm right there. You know, so me personally, I would take Drake May 200 yards passing. You know, they're going to let it loose with Drake May. They're going to let it loose. You know, they got Jaylen Polk on the team. They got DeMario Douglas. So the Patriots, they ain't nothing to play with. They ain't nothing to play with. As soon as they fix that O-line next offseason, the boys going to be okay. They're going to be okay. Here you got another one. Good throw to DeMario Douglas. You know, pick him up in fantasy. Pick that boy up. Y'all not going to regret it. Who was that safety on that tackle? That ain't Apke. Definitely ain't.
We say it all the time.
Right here we have the Patriots head coach. He's gonna talk about making Drake May the starter.
I thought Jacoby, we say it all the time that it's all about competition, every single position. I would say as a coach, and I know the organization feels this way, we're trying to win every game. And at the time, we thought that Jacoby would give us the best opportunity to go out there and win games, protecting the football, really playing the offense. With that being said, he was a warrior. As you guys know, he was taking a lot of hits and just kept getting up. I would also say, for a guy like that to be voted as a captain in this situation and continue to be very supportive of Drake May, I tip my hat to Jacoby for having that ego-less mentality. Going forward, I think now, Drake gives us the best chance to win now and going forward. He's been he's been getting better every single week. As I said before, at the end of training camp, he actually was trending,
to start.
And that has continued through the early part of the season. So, it's solely my decision to make this choice. I had a conversation one-on-one with Jacoby. I had a conversation with Drake. We're all on board. And I would also say, Jacoby's a warrior, and he took the news very well, like a professional, like you would expect from a guy like that. So.
Hey, that's tough for Jacoby, man. That's tough. Jacoby used to play for the Dolphins, man. He used to play for us, and he used to feast on the fact that Tua get hurt so easily to the point where he comes in and he gets playing time. Jacoby, he tried, but he just not it. He just not it, man. Jacoby, he from my area, Palm Beach area, so I'm familiar with Jacoby, but he not the quarterback that everybody think that he is. He not. So let's see what Drake May does. They got Joe Milton as well, so they got too much quarterbacks in their room to the point where somebody has to be good. somebody has to be good on the Patriots, and I feel like it's either Drake May or Joe Milton. Either one.
One, I mean, it's hard to just
Right
pick.
here we got C.J. Stroud. He gonna talk about Drake May.
I mean, it's hard to just pick one. I'm in a toss.
Who's the most
between.
NFL ready?
I feel like Drake May is. You watch his tape. Just his arm talent jumps off. I mean, he's one guy that, like, to me, like, the one mistake that I did early on in like this first couple of games was I moved around too much. Like, I didn't get the ball out on time. I started taking risks that weren't even downfield. They're necessarily scrambling. And when you watch his tape, he scrambles when he needs to. He throws guys open. He has like right here, he has rollout ability, like different arm angles. So
I feel like when you watch
like
Drake May, you see certain things that you need.
He said he's the most NFL ready. Between Caleb, Jaden Daniels, he said Drake May the most NFL ready. You know, maybe Drake May is a really good quarterback, but he could be on the wrong team. Could be on the wrong team. Shout out to Mr. Finisher. Shout out to you, my boy. Joe Milton was impressive in the preseason too. That's what I'm saying. Like, either Joe Milton or Drake May gotta be good. Either one of them boys gotta be good
to play an NFL game. Like, I feel like you're like, oh, that works and that translates.
All right. I mean, it's hard to just pick one.
But shout out to CJ. Shout out to him. Here I got a practice clip of Drake May. You know, I seen throws like this. I was wondering as to why Jacoby Brissett became the starter. You making throws like this, you didn't even play a game yet? And that's to the Booty dude, I think. Right? Keyshawn Booty. Nice, accurate throw right before he got out of bounds, man. So Drake, man, he got that arm, man. He got that arm. You can't hit on that boy. You know, he just got it. He got it. You know, I'd say he got a better arm than Tua. Most definitely. Most definitely.
I think he's inexperienced. You like his
Bill Belichick talking about Drake May. Let's check this out.
You like his size and you like his arm. I think his inexperience really, showed up in the preseason, as it did a little bit in North Carolina. And I think that he needs a lot of seasoning in terms of reading coverages, overall throw mechanics, and consistency. Is he, a big, fast athlete? Yeah, but I think it's going to take more than that to be ready to play quarterback in the National Football League.
Well, you can't give away. You got an easy throw, you got to make it.
No, I mean, you expect quarterbacks at this level to be able to throw checkdowns to backs, to throw, slant routes to wide receivers, to hit a wide open seam.
You know, they're expecting you to do the easy things at quarterback. The hard things, they'll work with you. But if you can't do the easy things, what's the point? What's the point? That's how I'm feeling in regards to ATR. But the hard things, he make it look so easy to the point where he should be able to do the easy things, but he can't. He can't.
And look, we all have plays that we wish we had back. Just saying, these are some of the things that we need to work on. I think that May probably has more of these than the other quarterbacks do, based on what we've seen in preseason, which is granted a limited sample.
The one thing we learned today is it's going to take some patience, right? I mean, none of these guys are going to step in. I mean, Troy Aikman went 1-15 his first year in the league, right? Peyton Manning was 1-15 through ridiculous amount of interceptions.
Mahomes and Brady didn't even play.
Mahomes and Brady
didn't play,
and that's probably was a good thing. So I think there has to be a level of patience. Look, all of them show the skill set that they need to have to become starting quarterbacks in the league.
That's right.
It's just we have to lower our expectations and take less time because too many of those bad plays results in losses.
You like his size.
We were ranked the worst team in the whole NFL, and the Patriots lost them. The Patriots lost to us, man. So that goes to show you, like, this is probably going to be a bad year, a rebuild year. So them making a change is going to keep the morale up with that team. Most definitely. Like, if you can't even beat the Dolphins at the point as to where we at right now, then you're not going to have no luck throughout the whole season. To be honest, man. This should be your easiest kill in regards to your schedule. The easiest win, but y'all boys still lost it. So the boys have to go to Drake May. They have no choice now. They have no choice.
When they had Zach Wilson, the offense. Now,
And then we got the Jets. Then we got the Jets, man. You know, the Jets, it seemed like they should have kept Zach Wilson. That's what it seemed like. You know, they probably would have been a better team, more wins. You know, y'all see Sam Darnold. It just seemed like whatever quarterback goes to the Jets, they end up like something ends up happening to them. Something ends up happening.
I was told that they were bringing a guy in. The offense was inept when they had Zach Wilson. The offense was inept when they had Mike White. It was inept when they had Joe Flacco. It was inept when they had Sam Darnold. I was told by somebody that played the position up here that they're bringing a guy in. Now, they're losing. Why are they losing, Dio? Because you keep saying the inept offense. Talk about the quarterback play. 3 interceptions again. 53% completion percentage last week. 57 this week. Nah, I'm not going to let you blame it on the offense because you didn't blame the offense when they had those other quarterbacks. You blame the quarterback, but you want to stay in good graces and you won't call Aaron Rodgers out.
Nobody don't want to do that. Like, everybody's scared because he's so great. Nobody want to call him out, man.
Awful. You know it. Everybody in New York knows it, and everybody around the NFL knows it. He's playing terrible. Call it like you see it.
Hold on. Shannon, one, he said it himself. I don't need to go on national television and tell people that Aaron Rodgers played poorly. No. There is a way that you have to play Minnesota. First of all, I never blamed the quarterbacks in New York. I always blamed the situation. I'm the guy who tries to put context on performances. I'm not telling anybody that Aaron has played well the past 2 weeks. By no means. He even said it himself, not up to his standard. But Shannon, you know this. There is a way that you have to play as an offense to help your guys play well against certain defenses.
Not turn the ball over.
No question.
Yeah, some of those, they on Aaron Rodgers. I ain't gonna lie. Some of those turnovers, I watched them. 3 interceptions, bruh. Come on, Aaron. That's way too much, man. Way too much. You know, you might be washed for real.
The pick six, 100%. That is a predictable pick six. He ran the triple slants. Van Ginkel knew it. The second interception, he forces the ball down the field to Lazard. I'm not telling anybody Aaron's playing well, but it's also not my job to go on national television and talk about a Hall of Fame quarterback when I was a backup quarterback and say that he stinks. Wow. Yes, he's part of the situation. You're a Hall of Famer. You can do
You don't have to say he stinks. Just say he washed. You could just say that.
You're a Hall of Famer. You could do that. You could do that.
I need you to give Dio let him see his job description. That is his job, is to critique Hall of Fame, non-Hall of Famers. It does not matter.
But my job is to put context on why. My job is to put context on why.
All right.
Yeah, them boys, that shit got heated. That shit definitely got heated. Here's Aaron Rodgers talking about that Robert Saleh firing. You know, they made their defensive coordinator the interim head coach, Todd Downing. He'll be calling the plays. So I don't know what difference that's going to make. But we going to tell by the tone of Aaron Rodgers' voice on this.
The idea of manifestation involves attention and intention. And then a word that goes along with that is accountability. You know, we need to be accountable to each other. When something like this happens, it's a reset for everybody. When you make a change on the offense, it's a mirror that's held up for all of us who played, and we all feel terrible about the opportunity that we had, that we squandered, that led to Robert getting fired and Hack getting demoted. I play better. This doesn't happen. We play better on offense. This doesn't happen. So I think it puts a spotlight on us, and now it's on us to do this. You know, we need to be accountable to each other, and we got to raise the level of our play to the standard that we set during training camp. You know,
Yeah, I'm happy that Aaron Rodgers is admitting that he's not playing too well. You know, he might be the reason in regards to them boys losing, man. I don't know if we're going to see that old Aaron Rodgers ever again. I don't think so. You know, you're not Tom Brady. I don't think you work as hard as Tom Brady. I don't think so. You know, if you want to do what Tom Brady does, you got to put in a little bit more work. Stop being so cocky. You know, you got to be a team player. You know, I feel like Tom Brady was more of a team player than Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, he's just relying on his talent. But with Tom Brady, like every little thing mattered with him. Every little thing. So I do see Aaron Rodgers not getting to that Tom Brady level. It don't seem like this year will be the year that the New York Jets will make it to the playoffs. Like the year that your head coach gets fired, that same year, it's very unlikely that you will make the playoffs. Very, very unlikely. So I'm not saying that the Jets are eliminated, but in my head, they're eliminated because Robert Saleh got fired. On top of that, you got the Patriots still trying to figure out who their quarterback is going to be. They got a decent defense. But for the most part, it's just the Bills and the Dolphins. The Bills, they beat us. But me personally, I'm fine with second place. If we get a wild card again, we might have no choice. If we continuously lose games, we're going to have to travel to a cold place again, probably, for a playoff game and lose that one. I don't know if you're going to get home field advantage. I do not know. All right.
And if he does, team back in.
Right here we got Aaron Rodgers versus the
His
Patriots.
team back in this game jumps it, and if
he looked like he was in his prime, but the O-line that he got, they playing like they ain't do nothing this offseason in regards to fixing the O-line, to be honest.
team back in this game.
O-line got to do a better job protecting Aaron Rodgers because, I be seeing Aaron Rodgers in uncomfortable position. And let me see. I don't got that picture right here, but here's Todd Downing.
So I've been able to,
The
fortunately,
new offensive coordinator for the Jets. He's going to talk about how he feel about Aaron Rodgers and all that. So let's check this out.
fortunately, first of all, Nathaniel's always been very collaborative in this process. And so I've been able to, be in those meetings and listen to some of the nuance of, how they discuss things. Second of all, I've been in every meeting that Aaron's been in from a position standpoint and an offensive standpoint. So, I think I've kind of learned a different language that way in some regards. And then, obviously, things are going to come out of my mouth a little differently. So there is going to be a process of figuring out, the best way to communicate with him. And, I want to be an open book to how I can best serve him and every one of our players.
I think he was with the Titans the year before. I think so. Y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all let me know. But we're going to see how that relationship works, man. This is Aaron Rodgers' offense, to be honest. It is. He can do whatever he wants. Here's Aaron Rodgers at practice after that horrible game against the Vikings. That boy got exposed against the Vikings. 3 interceptions, Aaron Rodgers? 3 interceptions? I think I only heard Aaron Rodgers do that like once ever in his whole career. It seems like he's still moving. The O-line, like I said, they got to do a better job for him. But, hey, it's not my issue. Not my issue. If Aaron Rodgers doing bad, that means the Dolphins, they doing good. They doing good. I feel like if a good enough quarterback falls to the Jets, they would draft a quarterback next year in the first round. If they believe in him enough, then, yeah, I feel like they would invest in another quarterback. They got Jordan Travis. Tyrod, I think he like a 1-year rental. But with Jordan Travis, you gotta develop him. I feel like you gotta redshirt him like 2 years, 3 years minimum. 2 years, 3 years. But Aaron Rodgers is all they got right now with the Jets. That's all they got. So they gotta ride with him. They gotta rock with him. But I don't think the Jets win in the Super Bowl with him. I don't think so. Right here, this is the moment that I knew that it was over. This is the moment that I knew it was over right here.
13 plays, 91 yards.
I knew it. Yeah, them boys definitely beefing, man.
91 yards all of last season.
Like, what's going on? He look at him like he found out that he was sexting his girl yesterday. That's how he looking at him.
13 plays,
Them boys definitely beefing. Yeah, they beefing, bro. Look how Aaron looking at him. Definitely beefing. Aaron Rodgers about to beat his ass, man. Like he the head coach, bro. That's what I don't like about him. That's what I don't like. He be acting like he the head coach, like the GM. He can do whatever he want. If he just stayed with the Green Bay Packers, he could have had Jaden Reed, the guy that he thought could have been nothing. Romeo Dobbs, the guy that he probably thought that could have been nothing. Christian Watson, Tucker Kraft, Luke Musgrave. All those weapons, bro. All those weapons. And you got Matt LaFleur as well. Matt LaFleur, you should have, man. Come on, Aaron. 13 plays, 91 yards. You know what happened to NFL quarterbacks that end up being a Jet. You know what happened to them boys, man. You know.
Twice. 13 plays, 91 yards. All of
Man, you got the Rallo on. Right here, you got Aaron Rodgers talking with the new offensive coordinator, Robert Saleh. He gone. They said they had to escort that boy out. They had to escort that boy out of the building, man. Crazy. But these are situations I'm saying, like with Aaron Rodgers, he's not gonna be able to withstand these hits for too much longer. I don't think so. Got to be careful, bro. That one got folded up. Like, look at his jaw, bro. Look at him, bro. I don't want to laugh at people's pain, but come on, Aaron. At a certain point, you got to know when to retire. To be real. You got to know when, fam. Damn. I thought he tore his ACL again after this one. That's what I thought. That one got folded like a pretzel, man. Man, a guy his age shouldn't be going through this right here. They shouldn't. They shouldn't, man. Oh, that's crazy. Y'all ain't see his leg? That bit almost snapped. I ain't gonna lie. That bit almost snapped in. And he was laying back, bro. He probably hyperextended something. Probably. That's crazy that he survived that. That's wild.
that was.
Right here, you got Nathaniel Hackett and Aaron Rodgers. It seemed like them was at odds as well. That's what it seemed like. Nathaniel Hackett, he's not gonna be in New York next year. He not. He not. He like another Adam Gase that they hired to be the OC. To be honest.
That was. Jets didn't put that was.
Aaron Rodgers don't even care.
That was. Jets didn't put that was. Jets didn't.
That's why sometimes with these relationships with the coaches and the players, you don't want to make sure like they're not too buddy. With Nathaniel Hackett, I'm pretty sure he spends time with Aaron Rodgers during Thanksgiving and all that. They got a deep connection ever since Green Bay, So I feel like they all buddy, so Aaron Rodgers could do whatever he want to do. It's not a business partner. It's like your friend. That's how I feel about Nathaniel Hackett and Aaron Rodgers. But Aaron Rodgers, he's not gonna change, bro. He not. Y'all know that. Here got another clip of Aaron Rodgers against the Vikings. Brian Flores and his defense, man. Lockdown. Brian Flores and his defense. It's amazing what he can do with guys who I thought were washed. Shaquille Griffin. They got Stephon Gilmore off the street. They got Byron Murphy. They got Bynum, Harrison Smith. Good names, but they're not like household names. Ivan Pace Jr., he been playing well. Cashman, he been playing well at linebacker. AVG, we already know about him. if they had like a solid D tackle, this would be a tough team to play. You know, they got a lot of edge guys. They got AVG, they got Grenard, they got Dallas Turner, they got Patrick Jones. So they're 4 deep at edge. It's just the D tackle position the Vikings need. You know. So Brian Flores, he's showing that he could do it with experienced veteran quarterbacks. He could do it with young quarterbacks. He could do it with quarterbacks who are reaching their prime. He could shut all them boys down. Jordan Love gone. Brock Purdy gone. Aaron Rodgers gone. You know, so Brian Flores, keep doing your thing, man. I'm impressed. I'm definitely impressed by Brian Flores and what he's been doing. You know, maybe we got to run the same thing when we go up against Aaron Rodgers ourselves. We got to do the same thing. You know, they gave us the blueprint in regards to how to stop this team. They gave us the blueprint. All we got to do is execute. That's all we got to do. But low-key, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to last, you know, like 3 or 4 games. I don't think so. I think he's going to get injured, and then the backup going to have to play like last year. I think he played Zach Wilson towards that second game of the year against the Jets. I think they played Zach Wilson. So, yeah, man. You know, them boys got no hands, dropping everything. But you see the tight coverage, right? That's all you see, tight coverage. All right, here we got the Boise State running back, man. Somebody told me that this guy is a Dolphin fan. He is a Dolphin fan. And he's 0-2. He's 0-2, so yeah, we got to pick him up. Got to pick him up. But we already got Jaylen Wright and Devon A-Chain. You know, but I wouldn't mind Genty in our offense. I would not mind that. Like, to be honest, he might be the best running back I ever seen at the college level. Might be the best running back I ever seen at the college level. Best one. Ooh, good hurdle. And he stayed up on that one. He got good contact balance. Very, very good contact balance. I'm shocked he scored on that one. Bouncing off people. You know, he seemed like a smaller Alvin Kamara that could run in between the tackles as well. Kamara, he can't really run between the tackles, but Asher Genty, he can. He can run on the outside, the inside. You know, he's probably in like the high 4.3s, low 4.4s. I don't know what fam be eating, bro. He gotta let me know what he eat. He gotta let me know what he eat. Like, you know, like I said, Jaylen Wright, he's on the team, but man, imagine if we added Genty, man. A Dolphin fan, imagine. We'd be so lit. So lit. A 3-headed monster at running back. 3-headed monster. Here I got some clips of Ashton Genty. Good job on pass protection on that one. Oh, that's a different angle. Yeah, he right here. It seemed like he blocked like the safety or the slot corner. It seemed like he tried to blitz. Yeah, he tried to blitz by him. Good block. Yeah, Genty a good blocker as well from what I'm seeing. A good blocker. Stepping up in the pocket, picking up anybody, linebacker, D tackle. But Genty, he not a small dude either. He not a small dude. Even though he looks small, he not a small dude. You know, having a running back like this, it makes you feel like you got an extra old lineman out there. An extra old lineman. Here we already watched that. All right, and also, I wanted y'all to check this out. Miami Dolphins will only face 3 teams that currently have a winning record. Week 9, Buffalo Bills. Week 13, Green Bay Packers. Week 15, Houston Texans. So our schedule is getting easier and easier by the week, but still at the same time, we're not a good team. We're a mediocre to below average team at the current moment. But, seeing that we will have some opponents that we thought were good, but they're not really that good. So those should be easy wins for us to the point where we could at least be second in the totem pole, first or second in the division. First or second, man. Update on former Miami Dolphins. It seems like Christian Wilkins, he is out indefinitely after undergoing surgery to repair a Jones fracture he suffered on Sunday. Damn. Wilkins, Las Vegas big money free agent acquisition, being out is a crushing blow in the middle of that defense. He'll head to IR. Will he be available against the Dolphins? Will he be available? I think he could be. But man, I feel bad for Wilkins. Man. Would have never happened in Miami. Right here we got Odell. Like y'all know, he is back. That boy is back. Looking like his old self, catch him in one hand. Waddle on the same type of timing. Waddle, he competitive. I'm not even gonna lie. Waddle competitive. But we hoping that Odell Beckham could show us something against the Colts. They don't got that much good DBs out there. So try to at least help Odell Beckham score. Try to at least help Jaylen Wright score next game. Like, come on, man. Do it for them boys. Them boys deserve to score at least once against the Colts. At least once. But we got to watch this Tennessee Titans and Colts game tomorrow to see how that team looks like. And then I'll probably live stream the All 22 just like this, like I'm doing with y'all. And that's that with that, man. That's that.
Job is to catch it, and I've been the ball.
Here we got Odell talking about his hands. That shit.
Ball's put where the ball's put. My job is to catch it, and I've known Snoop for a whole year and a half. Before signing, I was kind of worried about coming to play with a lefty. It was something I always joked about not doing in my career, and it's definitely different. It's different spin. It comes at you a different way at times, but as I've thrown with him, he throws the ball so nice that it doesn't really feel like you're catching from a lefty. So, for me, I have the utmost confidence in my hands. I don't remember. I remember dropping one pass last year.
Wow. That boy Odell cocky.
I just hit my line. I don't really feel like a ball is just going to get past my hands. Where my mind's at, where my body's at, I got way too much confidence in my hands.
This is a nice way of asking for targets. Look what he said.
Confident in my hands. For me, I have the utmost confidence in my hands. I don't remember. I remember dropping one pass last year.
You see, he bringing out facts to the point where, hey, okay, if we throw it your way, you're not gonna drop the ball. But I don't know if that's the case or not. Odell, he pretty much telling us he not washed in his video. He pretty much telling us that, but we gotta see it on tape. You can say whatever you want in these press conferences, but we gotta see it on tape. Against the Patriots, we ain't really see too much of Odell. Not too much, but probably this Colts game, we'll see a little bit more.
I just hit my line. I don't really feel like a ball is just going to get past my hands. Where my mind's at, where my body's at, I got way too much confidence in my hands. The ball is put where.
Hey, we're going to see, Odell. We're going to see you talking all that crazy stuff, man. We're going to see if you could hold up to what you just said right here. We're going to see.
Tyreek Hill at his age,
the biggest dilemma here, and what someone like Tyreek Hill at his age has to take into consideration, is what is the contingency plan without Tua? That's the reality here. That's what people have to start addressing. What can this team do without Tua? And the second part of it is, how do you properly plan being without Tua while still having Tua?
Mm-hmm.
It's such a complicated position for this Miami Dolphins team to be in, because you don't want to appear to look like you're bringing in someone that says you're moving on or planning on moving on from Tua, but you also don't want to act as though you don't understand what's going on with Tua's health. You can't act oblivious to the idea that this man is generally one hit away from being done with football.
I'm not even gonna lie, one hit away. I feel like in the span of a year or two, he gonna sustain another hit similar to that. Even without trying. So I'm a little worried in regards to Tua. I'm a little worried.
It's a very complicated and complex position to be in. And if I'm Tyreek Hill, like I commend him for showing loyalty. And even if he doesn't mean it and it was tongue in cheek, I mean, Davante Adams didn't come out and say this, right? I think the thing that jumped out at me when we were listening to him,
but Davante Adams, he on the Raiders. Him going to the Chiefs makes no sense at all. Ain't no way that's happening. But the fact that Davante Adams is in the AFC West, so I heard that the Chiefs offered a second-round pick. They're the only team offering a second-round pick for Davante Adams. They know like the Oakland Raiders, they're not going to try to go through with the trade, so they're trying to give him a little bit extra. I feel like Davante Adams, he probably not going to go for more than a third. But they probably put his value as like a second-round pick, but the Chiefs are the only one who willing to give it. A division rival, so that makes sense.
Reference himself in the third person wasn't saying they wanted to stay in Las Vegas. Never, not one time. Not one time. But Tyreek Hill made it a point to say, this is a beautiful team. It's a beautiful place. He loves the weather. I mean, I would say those same things about Las Vegas. I've been to both of those places quite a few times. I like both those places and in fact, they have some very, very staunch similarities in terms of being beautiful cities. So there's no reason for Davante. Why are you smiling? There's no reason for there not to be, a buy-in from Davante Adams. So when I look at what this scenario is, I would wonder, and looking at what Tyreek Hill is facing versus what a Davante Adams is facing, what makes this in some cases, I feel like you're in a worse situation if you're Tyreek Hill than even being in the Davante Adams situation that he's now seemingly trying to.
Davante Adams, he could find his way out with Tyreek. You're going to have to deal with whatever quarterback this team bring in. Whoever it is, man. So
to get out of.
Because you're kind of in limbo.
You're in limbo.
You don't really know. And by the way,
they're going to replace Minshew at some point. That.
And listen, and by the way,
but you don't know what's going to happen with the Dolphins.
Like if the Dolphins, now that you look back on it, if the Dolphins don't come back and win that game against Jacksonville in week 1, this is an 0-4 football team, and they're bad. Like they aren't like these other games they haven't been competitive in. And I know Tua being gone is the huge story and factor and all that. But facts are facts. It's a really bad team. And if they lose to New England this weekend.
And like we did it. Of course. We did it. Waddle best catches is only in practice. Hey, I don't know. Sometimes Waddle, he'll take off, man. Sometimes he'll take off. Odell, I feel like Odell is going to bring the competitiveness out of Jaylen Waddle. Whatever Odell does, Jaylen Waddle, he going to try to do it. Like catch him with one hand like this. Waddle, he probably can't do that, but shoot, Waddle, he gonna try. So I like Waddle for that reason. That's just one of the reasons. You know, he a feisty player out there as well. He very, very feisty. Right here we got some Tron Armstead working off to the side. Yeah, Odell look straight. Odell look straight. You know, I'm not worried about Odell. You know, just as long as you throw it to him when he's open, we all good. We all good. He got like something right here. Like I think this is for the hamstring, but they got this place. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Like father, like son. Calais almost lifted Tyreek Hill from up off the ground, bro. That was like a big ass dinosaur, man. Big ass dinosaur, but Calais, he holding it down for the team. I'm not gonna lie, he holding it down. You know, Tyreek Hill, he can't really do too much. He's the best player on the team. Don't get me wrong, but he got to get a quarterback to throw him the ball. Got to get a quarterback to throw him the ball, man. So Tyreek Hill, he can't be that leader that we really need him to be. You know, when a team down, he go out there for a goal route touchdown. He can't do that. He can't do that. You know, no quarterback to throw it to him to do that. So we got Calais Campbell who can make the plays on his own. So him making plays on top of him being a veteran, you know, he got that voice, you know, well-spoken individual. So I just feel like Calais Campbell, he's like the perfect person that we brought in for this locker room, other than Christian Wilkins. Perfect person. I think he got a higher PFF grade than Christian Wilkins. Let me search that up real quick. Calais Campbell PFF. Oh, a 79.8 PFF score for Calais. Okay, I thought it was gonna be higher than that, but he almost at the 80s at the age of 38. That's impressive. That's impressive. Christian Wilkins PFF. Christian Wilkins, he had a 74.8. He has 2 sacks on the year. Calais Campbell has 2 sacks on the year. Pretty much. But Christian Wilkins, he's going to miss some time, at least 4 weeks for the Raiders. At least 4 weeks with that injury that he got. At least 4. All right.
And okay there.
And you already know about the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen. It seems like he's going through the same issues that Tua's going through
Edwards
now.
grabbed, hold down low.
Same issues.
And okay there.
Bam. That's a concussion right there. That's a concussion. They're trying to say this is a rib.
He's out of the pocket. He becomes a runner at that point, so they can go low and tackle him. He's not in the pocket as a quarterback.
No, I feel like Buffalo Bills, they could beat good teams, but Josh Allen, he can't do it by himself. He can't do it by himself.
Quarterback throwing it, even though he's outside of it and he's trying to throw it, but at that point he becomes a runner.
They now have Edwards.
I know that bit hurt right there. But Sagier, I think that's the name. You know, to me, honestly, he's like a top 15 linebacker. Top 10, top 15.
And okay there, he's out of the pocket. He becomes
ferocious.
A runner at that
He
point, so they
feisty.
can go low and tackle him. He's not in the pocket as a quarterback throwing it, even though he's out.
He ain't really hit him on that one, too much momentum going this way.
Side
But
of it, he's trying to throw it, but at that point, he
nobody
becomes
got
a
the
runner.
job done.
They now have Edwards grabbed hold down low.
But I'm pretty sure Josh Allen, he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay. Like with the Buffalo Bills, that's the team I'm the most worried about. But at the same time, they beat us earlier this year, so I can't doubt them boys. They the best team in the division. But I do feel like there's a chance if we beat them the next time around, the AFC East, it might end up being for the Miami Dolphins, the champions of the AFC East. It might end up being us. So we're all just hoping like the early downfall with the team helps propel our team to a new standard for the rest of the year. Hopefully. Right here we got some free agents next year. Number one ranked is Javon Holland, Miami Dolphins. Number two, T. Higgins. Number three, Trey Smith. I don't know if you want to let go of Javon Holland to get Trey Smith. I'm fine with that. But I don't think the Chiefs gonna let go of Trey Smith. I do not think so. So T. Higgins, we don't really need T. Higgins. I do want to keep Javon Holland. But I gotta see him a little bit more this year and see what he gives us overall this year. If this year wasn't really a good year, then I do see him leaving, going somewhere else, and becoming an average to good, maybe elite safety, maybe. Who knows? But Trey Smith, he would definitely be a good guy to pick up on our team. Most definitely. A lot of people passed up on him. He went in the 6th round for the Chiefs. They're saying something about his blood pressure or something like that. There's a problem with it. So he was out for a little while, but he back healthy. Man. So shout out to him. Here we got a drone of our beloved Miami Dolphins facility, man. Let's check this out and see what it do. I've been here like 3 times already. 3 times, but some of y'all know y'all not from Florida, so this is your only opportunity to check this out. I guess they're using a drone. Yeah, that's the meeting room right here. There usually be a basketball right here. I don't know where they put it. The cafeteria. I got some food from over there before at the cafeteria. They food good. The field right on the outside. Okay, they're going into the indoor field, indoor practice field. I just love these facilities, man. I do. They got a little, okay, yeah, they do got a gym up top, 2-story. The athletes come and work out, squat racks, medicine balls. They got more training stuff up here. Yeah, they got a nice ass pool. They had a barber when I went. They look, had a barber. They go to the locker room. I've been seeing the locker room. You got this nice ass locker room, y'all boys. You gotta be winning games, man. I don't care how y'all feel. You gotta win games, bro. We put y'all in positions with these facilities. Most definitely. It look like a coffee room. This seems like the head coaches, GM rooms. Probably. I wouldn't say it's the biggest facility, but it's big enough. This where the players be signing right here. Nice view on the outside. Yeah, Miami's so beautiful. I don't know how you could not be a Dolphin fan. I don't know. I don't know. I know we sorry, but hey, I'm never leaving this team, bro. Like, how could you say no to this right here? How could you say no? You know, there's no excuses in regards to y'all being sorry, but I think we all know what the issue is. I think we all know. So just take it to the chin and just be be a Dolphin fan. We're gonna have its ups and downs, but it's about who rides it out, man. That's what it's about. But yeah, this was a cool video. Cool video of the Dolphins stadium.
Back Ashton Genty. So what?
Here's
You
my
won't
boy.
believe what I just found.
He gonna talk about Ashton Genty, like I told you, a Dolphin fan.
Found out about Boise State's running back Ashton Genty. So what I found out about Genty, the best running back in college football, maybe the greatest college football running back of all time, is a Miami Dolphins fan. That's right, he's one of us, boys. I came across Genty's Instagram yesterday, and when you click on his following, there's only one NFL team that this man follows, and that's the Miami Dolphins. And you guys remember who the last great Boise State running back was? Jay Ajayi, you know, one of the best running backs in Miami Dolphins history. Look at the side by side for both running backs. They look exactly the same. And with Raheem Mostert getting up there in age at 33 years old next year, we'll have a spot to fill running back, and that's for the Miami Dolphins fan, Ashton Genty. You won't believe.
Shout out to Zoe, man. For those who don't know, he Haitian. He Haitian. But yeah, like I said, I wouldn't mind him in Miami, no matter what weapons we got. If he falls to us in like the second round, we gotta pick him up. Maybe even first round. If he's available, I don't know. We might have to pull the trigger on another running back. Might have to pull the trigger. All right. Right here we got
You mentioned
Teron Armstead talking about the key to success going forward after that Patriots
you
game.
mentioned the big win again in the division against the Patriots this last weekend. What can you guys take away from that? What worked well for you in that game that you think you guys can try and build on coming off this break?
The run game. The run game. There's no secret, man. That's something that has to be a staple of our offense. It has to be the foundation of everything that we do in order to be successful. And we have the ability to do so. We have a stable of running backs that are all home run threats. And up front, man, we're trying to road grade and move people and open lanes. So regardless of the opponent, regardless of where we are, where we playing, what they were playing on, we got to be able to run the ball.
You mentioned the big
That's
win
facts.
again.
That's facts. So hey, keep on expecting all of our running backs to get a lot of touches. Very so often we'll try to throw it with Tyler. Once we a little bit more comfortable with Tyler throwing, then that's when we'll transition back to like a 50-50. But it seems like we heading into next week with a 60-40 mindset, like 60% run plays, 40% passing plays, even 65-35, 70-30, around that range. And I don't know if y'all heard about this. Deion Sanders hinted that the Dolphins should draft his son, Shedeur Sanders, in 2025. And I think I told you already, I don't know about him. The character, he got a good arm, nothing too crazy, but it's just the character. I don't know how you're going to fit in Miami. Deion saying he want what's best for him. I don't know if Miami's what's best for him. I don't know. He'll make a lot of money in Miami if everybody found out that he went to Miami, Deion come and follow him, this and that, yada, yada. Good place to retire. Deion, he can stay over there. But I don't know if I would want this guy on the Dolphins. I do not know. There's a lot of other quarterbacks that I like, but not Shedeur Sanders. He's gonna be a first round pick for a team. He's gonna be a first round pick. And I've been hearing the Raiders are a team that could be in the hot spot for him in next year's draft. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. It seems like Chris Greer brought out a scout to check out Carson Beck, versus Mississippi State. Pointless. Mississippi State is not one of the best teams in the whole country. So hopefully, please, Chris Greer, hopefully you're not looking into drafting Carson Beck. Please don't draft this guy right here. I do not want this guy. I do not think he's good enough, man. I do not think he's good enough. But that's it for this stream, man. If y'all got anything to say, let me know. We do not play tomorrow. We got other teams playing tomorrow. We gonna react to the Colts film during the middle of the week next week. So be on the lookout for that. It will be posted on this page and my other YouTube page, DGESPN. Y'all go follow that page. Y'all go get y'all merch. DGEmerchandise.com. The link is sliding on the bottom of the video. So y'all go help your boy out. This is some of the merch right here I got. Dolphin Gang, football, XXL. We got more shirts on the way too. Way more shirts on the way. So please be on the lookout, man. Please be on the lookout. But hey, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's DGE. I'm going.
Got a month of coke because the kid the coldest. Ain't changed, I stay the same and maintain it. Safe to say the kid getting older. Forever gang, I'm never switching over. Made a lane and niggas can't get over. I can't mess with rappers, they be bogus. Rather get the pack and keep it over. Big dripper, stand up in the ocean. Everybody trapping, we get lost. He ain't focused yet, but he ain't got motion. Made a half a ticket out promotion. Shout out Sushi Sweet and keep me rolling. But if we get the op, we gotta smoke. Ride around with Drake, like we OVO. I got some racks and I want some. Still got them pass in the hood, call it give and go. Keep a nigga, man, bitch in a figure four. Let me fuck when I want, I just come and go. Man, these rap get too deep for these skinny clothes. I might put me in him in some picture boat. They look bro, hit this niggas like getting low. I spent time on the racks on the Lambo and didn't even know how to